Hey. Welcome on in. Let me tell you, I am having one hell of a day. Okay, so, yes. Okay. Make sure that everything's good. Good. Yeah, we're having a hell of a day today. We're probably not going to get as much mapping done as I would like. But, so, let's see. Last stream did a lot. First of all, you'll note Stage Games is not here today. He had to run errands. Anywho, actually kicking into the swing of it now. So, last session we did a metric crap ton, including discovering areas, defeating the boss, finding an axe, and I got some questions to ask this session. Hey, no. Bad jokes aside, we've got some mapping to do today. Now, the first mapping stream that I did was because of a little area that you might know as the Chamber of Extinction. In particular, the Chamber of Extinction has, like, no light. You get this little tiny radius. So, everything that was mapped there, I had to bash my head against and figure out and track down as best I could. So, and of course the Chamber of Extinction was one bloody segment too long. Now, we got a bunch of this stuff figured out. I know that it's significantly less interesting to see someone try to map in broad daylight. But we are going to sit down and do some mapping today, partly because there is a high risk of accidentally running into things like levers, trying to have stuff like that happen. Now, I still need to update a bunch of my maps. Which, if you want to check out, I provide a link to my Discord. And we have a segment, la-mulana notes, which is where the most up-to-date versions are kept. There's going to be a massive update coming soon on those. So, we'll be going through, refreshing everything, because some of them have had little notes added here and there that I keep forgetting to update. So, yeah. Today, the order of business is basically beating my head against the Graveyard of Giants a little bit, except not as much as the Chamber of Extinction. And the other main thing that we're going to be doing today is... I'm sorry. There's two other things. Really quickly, we're going to check out the one, because it turns out I might be a complete dingus. And we might have been able to crack this cipher ages ago. So let me double check which tablet I'm looking for. Mausoleum of the Giants. I believe tablet M? Where'd that go? There's that. Let's see, tablet M is located just down the shaft. Yeah, so I don't know how much staged. Yeah. Wow, I'm just not paying attention today. Okay, this is gonna be one of those days. We're gonna see how many dumb points of damage I can take in the stream. I need to get up there. Come on. So, tablet M has all the numbers. In checking over VODs and stuff, when I was working on my, on putting together the playlist of, my archived videos, especially since the first one's no longer available on Twitch. So we have a YouTube playlist going that are probably going to get taken off of unlisted and just listed straight up, since there seems to be interest. But we're going to turn this off. So this looks a lot like the cipher we've been playing with, right? Not quite. It's mirrored. The cipher that that I deciphered is, the cipher that I deciphered is just the mirror of the normal one. So because we've read this one before, this tablet says the first child had the body of a snake, the second child a large body, the third child soared through the sky, the fourth child had the body of a fish, the fifth child had wisdom, the sixth child was born of the earth, the seventh child cast the mother away, the eighth child did not know the mother. Let us place the spirit of the ninth child into the body of child 0. So really quickly, we're just gonna grab this a sec. Let me snip this so that we have it. Okay. Then if we switch over to kittyprof mode, oh my god. I'm having technical difficulties today. My webcam flipped me off earlier, and it's been going about that well since. So, going through each of these lines, and considering what we had previously. So, before we identified, or I identified, let's see, that symbol is 1. Yep, right there. Okay, if I could keep track of my windows, that'd be great. Make sure that we are visible. So this symbol is 1. This is 2. This one is 3. Whoops, I have my sensitivity still turned up. This one is 3. Which means that we've got some conjectures that didn't quite work out. That's 6. 7. 8. This, once I realized it, it came down to, I know there's a tablet that has all 10 numerals on it. And I actually, this was the second area that I checked for it. The first one I think that I checked was, I think Temple of the Sun. Even though I was like, I don't know if this is quite right. So then, let's see, 9th. And this is 0. So how did we do? Or how did I do, really? Yeah, what's this thing? So what's the kitty report card? Well, let's see. These are the mirror note of the symbols that we sampled previously. But very clearly we still have 0 we got right. 1 is correct. 9 is correct. And then I sort of went a little more off base with things. Yeah. Wild assumptions will tend to do that. We all know what assumptions do. No, I started trying to race a little too far ahead, and I will completely acknowledge that. Which makes, let's see, this one is 3. And this one is 2. As an added bonus, we get that this is 5. This is 6. This is 7. Oh, right, I forgot. We also... I did make the conjecture about 8. Before my computer restarted, I had this all set up. So, the conjecture about 8 was based off of the idea that 8 is eternity in terms of the number correlations, and there's infinity symbols all over the endless corridor. And it's also, what, the eternity key that is mentioned there. So, yeah. We have numbers. Woo! Now that's out of the way. The other thing that I kind of want to start doing, if we head back to the, go back to the map scene. Yeah, seriously. So now that we have this, the other thing that I realized is that I think there was a point in the damn... So the manual, right? Lesson 1 was originally RTFM. Read the flippin' manual. I keep finding things that are relevant in that. It's funny, because I think, like, part of me is tempted to go back and read the manual again to see what else it suggests, but I'm also sitting here and going, at this point, knowing my luck, I would make some crazy conjecture about this that would spoil, like, half the game. And I don't know that I want to. Like, I'm all for breaking sequence on things and stuff and figuring it out, but I question how far I'm willing to go. So yeah. Now that we've done that, we're gonna boot back up. I need... Oh my god. This is the kind of day that I'm having. Just... all kinds of damage. Okay. And now... I did some of the skeleton stuff for this, during stream prep. Actually, tell you what. Worse than you. You want me to start playing around with the, Twin Labs? Or do we want to do the more mundane mapping? Because I have some ideas regarding the Twin Labs. Actually, you know what? We're gonna play around with the Twin Labs. Because I say so. Okay. I mean, okay. I know that you know what I may or may not find in different areas. It's more a question of... you're here. Okay. So, the thing that I'm thinking about the Twin Labs... First of all, we've run into a couple of ways to get into the Twin Labs. And it's very clearly intentionally confusing AF. But I'm noticing, based off of how other areas behave, and also just some of the things that I'm noticing, I'm wondering about... The other thing that suggests it actually is if you consider the symbol that we're looking at here, next to the entrance, the number 7, which I'm blanking on the precise correlation off the top of my head because I don't have those memorized yet. I have some of them down, but what I noticed is so that's a paired bit. There's rotational symmetry involved, or depending on if you allow for the angular axis or the diagonal axis, then it's mirrored. that suggests... So, I found things last time, like a pair of statues in the Twin Labs. And what I'm thinking is that they're actually, mirrored. But the other thing that gets interesting is some of the patterns of how the ladders wind up going. And this is where we have to start keeping an eye on things. So... This is... And... I have no idea how this is going to work out spatially. So this is just a spitball sort of act. Oh, hi, Megas! So... Here we have the ladder that is the entrance to the Mausoleum of the Giants. So I'm just going to note that as MG right now. We have another ladder down there. Come on, buddy. Let me off the ladder. Oh my god. So, as for how today has been just absolutely brilliant, we're gonna tentatively put this in down here. So, really, the way that I think this behaves actually pertains to some of the things that we noticed about the Chamber of Extinction, and also a couple of other areas in terms of how ladders between them wind up working. So, we noted previously from the guide and stuff that every area, so for example, Mausoleum of the Giants, Gate of Guidance, etc., can be reconfigured into a 4x5 grid. So that starts actually explaining some of the weird, how the shit did I get from there to here? So, for example, in the Chamber of Extinction, we have the side paths, which is a pair of rooms that ladder between them that don't look like they should have anything to do with each other. So, if we start putting things together and going for the, basically playing Tetris with it to get the 4x5, then these rooms wind up aligned. So, given that, sometimes when you go through the Twin Labs, going up takes you somewhere completely unexpected, going down takes you somewhere different, and you wind up going through cycles of the same rooms. What I'm kind of wondering is if you reconfigure things, do they wind up stacked? Now, obviously this is all a pain in the butt if I don't have the damn map. And we won't be able to verify anything. So, between the configuration issues, not having a map, and also, also, we have that, I had a train of thought, I swear. So, in all of this, we also have that, there were a pair of statues that I found last time. I had it pulled up, before in my VOD so that I could show, the segment where they were. But there were a pair of statues that were mirrored. And the rooms themselves were mirrored as well, if I recall correctly. So, looking at that, it makes me wonder if the Twin Labyrinths aren't mirrors of each other. Oh dear. A master map, oh dear. So, I was originally going to be doing this digitally, actually, for this segment, just to try and put this all together, but webcam issues and controller issues and having to restart and not being able to get everything completely set up again. But I'm basically playing around with the Twin Labs and seeing exactly how this all links in and seeing if I can't ascertain at least the links between the rooms. So, we'll have some fun with this. But no, my conjecture is that the twin labs are mirrors. Or not mirrors, are mirrors, and that some of the movement and stuff that has to go with it is due to some of the basically just weird interconnecting shenanigans. That said, there's at least one spot that it doesn't explain. Never mind. It does. Anywho. So we're gonna see. I'm trying to remember what's in the damn shop here. Little brother's shop. We're just gonna grab some more weights. Oh my god. No, never mind. Hey, 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 ninja! Never mind. I'm on crack. I can't explain the twin labs right now. I will still go with the assertion that they're a mirror. But I just realized a couple flaws in my logic. I need more info. So back to mapping it is? Okay. Totes, ninja. Totes. Now, we're gonna go back here. See, part of the problem is that I get so much time to think about this. And I want to explore more. Why did I just jump there? That was my stop. But no. So, I'm trying not to run too wild with conjectures, but I'm not necessarily doing the best at that lately. As evidenced by the numbers, where basically I went one step too far in trying to figure things out. Whee! Come on. Ah! Oh. Hey, 2 for 1. Why did I... I told you it's one of these days. Path into all the wrong areas. I'll take the iframes there. Here we go. And I also need the backing paper so that I don't... Oh, totes. Totes. That said, there's a mini-boss in Twin Labs that I can access through the... I think the way that I got there was through the Temple of Moonlight. No, Inferno Cavern entrance. There we go. That's the one I'm thinking of. The Inferno Cavern entrance, has some interesting stuff. There's a mini-boss that I found that at the time that I found it initially, I just sort of turned tail and ran because it was wrecking me. But I want to go and ask him some questions. Nah, I've been itching to play this for days. That's right. Yes. Right? Yep. I've been itching to play this for days. Oh, I asked all the questions. So 3 across the top. No, so basically we're at chill mapping stream paradigm. But yeah, I'll cover the numbers thing again tomorrow, probably. Just because I know that this is the off stream, basically. Not the main attraction, because the goal of this is to map without necessarily discovering new things, or at least not too many. So I guess it sort of functions as a bit of a, like, AMA, ask me anything. Oh, hey! Sounds like you're back, YSP. Now, how are you doing? Did I miscount earlier? I probably did. Fun fact. They never tell you. Mathematicians can't count. Let me see. Oh dear, the boops. Can I brain? Can I count? I can count. Past me knew what they were doing. Future me is, or then future me, now present me is just nuts. Counting? What's that? No, it's... So, my background, I joke that I'm an escaped chemical engineer. Because I spent 4 years studying chemical engineering before I realized that, nope, that's not what I wanted to be doing. Changed majors to applied mathematics and statistics, and loved it. So at the end of the day, I'm an applied mathematician. Okay, I just missed this. Okay. It's all cool. I was about to say, don't tell me we gotta restart this. But no, so my background is in applied math and statistics. And yes, at least it was not a critical boop. And... Oh my god. Kitty, please. See, this is what happens when I don't get enough sleep as part of it. I have an issue sleeping the past couple nights. But... there's all sorts of reasons behind that. Did I do too far? Nope. I know why I keep on second guessing myself. Okay. Okay. So making sure that I'm staying on screen. Oh dear. Poison touch? Poison touch? Come on. I need to play nice. Play nice with the kids. But so yeah, my background is in applied mathematics and statistics, which I find comes in handy in things like this. Plus just some understanding of, you know, principles of a lot of the design stuff. Oh dear. Okay, so regarding your comment, YSP, some folks say that mathematics is the purest field of scientific study. I just realized that having a little bit of lighting issues. Is that gonna hate me? Probably gonna hate me. Screw it. Hold up. I was playing around with a new light earlier. And giving me a little trouble, not much. There we go. So, hey. Wow. Denku. I'm sorry about, one, hitting the mic, and two, not the perfect right angles everywhere. Denku, you know it well. Denku was actually one of my friends in college, and often wound up working with me on projects and homework and stuff, so he got very well acquainted with engineering paper, which is what this is. So engineering paper is is graph paper that they have the graph drawn in more heavily on the far side. It's thin enough that it ghosts through in a good way, and it's also a lighter weight paper, but it also holds pencil really well and was convenient for homework, if only because it well, one, it holds pencil well even when it's in a notebook or something, and getting some additional friction, but also it the packets are thin. So I would turn in like 8-page homework packets of this and could still tuck it at the front of a notebook. But no. And worse than you is sitting here lamenting the fact that I can't get perfect right angles everywhere, even with assistance, even with my template. I can't do it. "23 pages was the record. That was a beautiful assignment. So this room is Budo's tomb. But no. By the way, let me know if any point. I know that I write a little small. I've been playing around with the cameras some. So, besides redoing a bunch of stuff in my setup today, I also switched the cameras, because I had finer control over the one, basically, the main cam at the moment, so the face cam, is staged, what is it, C920? Logitech C920. I have a Logitech C920 II, and the control that I get on it is just finer, for some things. So, and in particular, it has a sharpness setting, which is helping get some more clarity here, at least from my testing that I was doing. Oh my god. So, oh man, I'm all over the place today. So going into stream, my controller got stuck on player 2 for no good reason that I could tell. And so it got stuck on player 2 and wouldn't register inputs accordingly. And that was after I got everything all set up, of course. So then, yeah, you go restart the computer, and then I realize, oh no, I had a bunch of my stream stuff set up that, like, was all tweaked. And I had the cameras set initially so that they worked. But after the reset, it wasn't working so well. Yeah, I think we are going to throw these notes on here. Except, I think what I'm going to do here is denote using initials the area that it connects to. Just because a bunch of these areas seem to have all sorts of crazy, like, connections here, there, everywhere. So, we're going to go for the more compact notation here. But okay. Oh man. And now we have Pokemon in the chat? Fun stuff. I miss being able to play the Pokemon games. I don't have a 3DS. I have a DSi. And then that's about there. There's a hard wall there. It's indicated. There's a hard wall indicated down here. I'm trying not to cause earthquakes while drawing either. So then this comes across. And we have some headroom lost there. Tapped for there. I should not have done that quite the way I did. That was me being a dingus. And on the side we have, there's a block come out from under this ledge. I'll get to chat in one sec. I'm just trying to make sure that we start this map off right. Note the ladder. Oh. Let me clean this back up. Boom. It's not quite the right line weight, but... Aw, poor YSP getting pulled away. Yeah, I've played Diamond, Heart... No, sorry. Diamond, Soul Silver, and Black. But I have not been able to play 3DS stuff, which sucks because my favorite gen as a kid wound up being Hoenn. So when they did the Hoenn remakes, I was so simultaneously excited and sad. Cause yeah. Let's see. There's that. And we have a dead dude. There's your head. There's your arm. There's your body. Knees. Oh yeah, and parts of the giants work as platforms, by the way. Boom. What has been my favorite Pokemon? Okay, so I am a sucker for evolutions. In general. Right. Also, we learned last time about the jump physics in this. But one of my favorites perennially has been Espeon. I also adore some of the stuff like Flygon. This is gonna be... Graveyard of Giants, Tablet A. And we saw this, and you know those tablets that we've decoded regarding the hearts, like the joyful heart, the passionate heart, the eloquent heart. This ties into that. The other thing that I noted is, upon looking at one of my snips, there was what appeared to be a set of faceted objects that look to be gemstones, along with an Ankh. So I'm sitting here thinking that, one, this whole puzzle is... Well, I was already suspecting that the whole puzzle dealt with something involving gemstones. Based on that, and then we saw this tablet, which basically confirms. So one of the things I do to save space when I'm doing my notes is if there's very intentional line breaks indicated. I'll use a slash to indicate them so that I can make my notes in more condensed forms and take fewer lines. But without loss of, at least in the writing, any meaning and stuff. Jolteon is awesome. I wish that the stats on Flareon were better. And yeah, we can even read the numbers for now. I haven't gone and decoded those yet. No, actually, so Magus. Did I take a snip of that? So, I'll actually circle back and talk about this some. So, something that I discovered. Oh, screw it, we'll read it this way. Something I discovered was if you turn off the glyph reader piece of software, so the software that allows us to decode the normal glyphs. This is Tablet M from Mausoleum of the Giants. And it was funny because it was in the course of checking out, like, VOD stuff and making sure that it was okay and stuff when it uploaded to YouTube. I love it worse than you. So noticed that first time you look at the tablets, they're encoded still. This is the mirror of what we've been deciphering. The cipher is literally just mirrored. And I recognized it. Lava is hot. So it was funny because when I actually set the tablet that it originally was had like the and those and stuff and words that were easy. Because O, there's a few other letters that are really easy. So what this tablet reads, and it was something that once I realized, I knew that there was a tablet that had all the numbers on it. And of course, now I'm sitting here in piles of notes, and I didn't put these back in order every time. So now I'm lost in my notes. Congrats, kitty. Good job. So tablet M reads, the first child had the body of a snake. The second child a large body. The third child soared through the sky. The fourth child had the body of a fish. The fifth child had wisdom. The sixth child was born of the earth. The seventh child cast the mother away. The eighth child did not know the mother. Let us place the spirit of the ninth child into the body of child 0. Which also gets some really interesting places when you start considering some of the meanings that they're saying that some of these should have. But that's a discussion for later. Once I actually double check the meanings for each number and make sure that I have them in my head. Which basically means that I need to sit there and write down each of the meanings. Give me one sec. So, using that, we were able to figure out these. So the good news, right? A bunch of my conjectures were really good. Yep, we can now decode the numbers to the hearts because all this is a reflection of the others. So you just take the mirrored version of the symbol and you're good. Okay. So now we have the numbers. And some of our I keep saying our. Some of my conjectures were good. So this one was also good. So the original 3 that we had that I made conjectures on were 0, 1, and 9. Those were good. And after we got the meaning clue from Mulbrook, we got 8. But I misidentified 2, 3, and 4. I was correct as to the cluster of 3 symbols that had to be 2, 3, and 4 in some combination. I just misidentified them. So I tried to run too far with the available logic. That's a me issue. But now we have the numbers. I also made some harebrained conjectures about the nature of the twin labyrinths. But pull the game back up. So yeah, we have numbers, which also means that we can completely decipher the first tablet we found that was what gave us the start on breaking the code. And of course now, now we're back to the mapping stuff, which is utterly riveting. This is a great time. If you have any questions about what we've been doing, where things are at, hell, anything about me, this is a great stream to ask. Because otherwise we're doing, the tablet that started the decrypting in the first place. Damn it, Denku. You know, this is why we can't have nice things. By the way, I actually have to go back up there this weekend. It's Founders Day. So one of the groups that I was in college was Greek, but not a Greek. And I was actually a member of 2 co-ed organizations that happen to have Greek letters, but aren't your typical Greek organizations. But this is the one that I've stayed closer to in the long run. You should tell him to stop being angry. Well, Denku, the worst part of it is honestly going to be the drive. By the way, Denku, what are you up to on Sunday? Because I have a crazy idea. Depending on the weather, we will literally be driving through where the area where your family is. Because it's going to be staged and I going. So if you want to do something like, hit up a place for the local specialty, that's a great time to do it. So yeah, like, hit me up on that. I don't know what our timetable is gonna be. I know that on the way up, we're probably not gonna have time. It's not gonna be great. Sounds good. But yeah, so I'm gonna be back up at my old college. I say old college as if it was like eons ago that I graduated, but I'm gonna be up there for an event. It just sucks that there's so much driving. So, like, shoot me a text, and we can figure out some of the scheduling stuff later, and I can give you some sense as to, like, what time scale we're talking. Okay. Then we have this. And this. I'm glad that I came up with the way of noting ladders that I did, just because it's just the vertical bar with the hashes across it. It's nice notationally. And that goes to about halfway. And then we have another dead giant. Here's your arm. Just occurred to me, this is where the battle had to take place then. So we're gonna be... So, in... A lady with the maps. I mean... Yeah... So one of the things that this... Is that a... Okay. So that's a skull there, I think. We're gonna note it. But... Brain. This has a lot of open areas, so we don't see as many of the... Hey. Oh. I was feeling so clever. I need to get up there. So this is also still the second tomb. But no, I'm the chick with the... Oh, excuse me. I'm the chick with the maps. So yeah, one of the things to note in the maps is that the hard black borders only go surround a single room. So if multiple screens have the same name, they're going to wind up in the same box. Even though it's my lowest quality map. A good example is here in the Gate of Guidance. So, for example, the Pit of the Holy Grail is a 3-high area. So I still have the pencil lines that I left in and sort of just lightened. But this whole area is a room. But I keep the divisions noted partly because the way some things get recombined and yeah. That's also part of why we couldn't finish the Mausoleum of the Giants map. Because the Mausoleum of the Giants, I finally found the map. I finally found the goddamn map. I hear staged. Looks like you guys might get a staged after all. I don't know. Then again, we do need some food, so there is that. We'll have to see. Anywho, say hi to staged, everybody!
Hey, I got that wart cream you wanted.
Oh my god, you're a...
Oh wait, are you live?
Oh my god. This is what I live with. Every day. You have been booped.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to intrude when you're live.
Can I not be a total dunderbutt with this? That goes to just past the halfway mark in the room. Once again, I'm trying not to cause earthquakes. I don't know that I'm succeeding. I need to tighten up some more of the connections on my desk. This is ceiling all the way across. There's an area, there's a... That's... Inferno Cavern? Or is it the flip side? I don't know. I'm looking at the symbol that's next to the doorway leading the area on the right side. Also, this needs to be higher. Okay, and that's... Oh, that's a one-way. So... I missed a doorway somewhere, didn't I? In my notes. To go back and check that, because I think that there was a two-way gated area there. I mean, we'll see. Nope, never mind. That's not Inferno Cavern. That's... I'm a Dunderbutt, I'm a Dunderbutt, I'm a Dunderbutt. Rain. Go. Which thingy am I looking for? Temple of the Sun? Temple of the Sun. I'm not noting it on the map yet. This is more just, can I be competent? The answer is, of course, going to be no, but not for lack of trying. Need to make these thinner. I keep on having them take up too much room. One of the other tricks on making these maps is I'm using 0.5 millimeter lead in my pencil. I'm one of those weirdos that can't actually write legibly, really, with 0.7. But I also kind of write so that I engrave the paper. But you get a sense for how to not, you know, constantly break the leads. So this is going to be some variety of area exit. Okay, so Magus, regarding the Pokemon in like Gen 6 and 7, I am familiar with a fair number of them. I have not personally gotten to use them, so I can't speak to the like combined. I love their utility and their design, but I can speak to some of them. So like one of the ones that I loved, just in terms of concept, when I saw it for the first time, was Dragalge. A poison dragon that is like actually like one of the, it's based off of some of the tropical sort of seahorses and stuff. That's bloody awesome. Also, it means that between that and Kingdra, my scale's off. Between that and Kingdra, it is canon that it freaking I should probably be doing better of noting where the ice bits are. I'm gonna end up regretting not doing so later. Guarantee it. But I wind up just loving some of the concepts and stuff. But no, I still want them to make decent cat Pokemon. That's one of the things that I've always, like, they keep making cat Pokemon, but like compare them to the comparable sorts of like dog or fox Pokemon, and it's like, oh gee, do you want Meowth and then Persian, or do you want, I don't know, something like Growlithe and Arcanine? That and dooming so many of them to normal type. It's like, why though? But why though? And there's the tablet. Did we get the major features of this room? Yeah, Alola and Meowth and Persian can go F off. In Gen 5, so I liked what they did with Leopard and stuff. It's just that it was unusable, because that's the other thing. Like, even if they have good design ideas and stuff, they're not usable. And I can't ignore optimization that much. I just realized I forgot to do this tablet as well. I am bloody on point. I also forgot to label the first one. Let's do that before we get any further. The illusion has no end. The key to eternity rests within. The demon with a weapon brings forth the illusion. A demon that endlessly consumes life. Okay, Denku, I know that you're partial. I know that you're partial to Minchino and Chinchino. So, fun fact about Denku. Family breeds chinchillas. It's awesome. But no, Gen 5, wow, I can eyes track correctly, please. In Gen 5, the way that they scaled everything felt really clunky. And just, it took forever to do stuff, and just... There we go, hold up. The illusion. Apparently I can't multitask, so let me just quickly get this written out. So this one has something to do with the Endless Corridor. With the whole Key of Eternity bit. Ah, yeah! I mean, to be fair, you're always allowed to be hype about frickin' shinies. But no, Gen 5 of the ones that I've played is... I have to agree. I think that might be my least favorite. Oh. I forgot that that was sloped. So we're gonna keep on... Fair complaint. Okay. So now we're the first tomb, which means that we can section off. I bumped one of my lights. I have a crap ton of lights around this area. I know that my camera balance is weird compared to normal. I was playing around with it anyways and trying to do friendlier, softer sorts of effects in terms of lighting and whatnot, get more even lighting and stuff on the whole for my face. And I wound up with the camera issues cropping up on top of the controller issues and OBS deciding just to not keep my settings. So, yeah, that was fun. Basically, I'm supposed to be streaming, and, I mean, fair. Gen 5 does get credit for that. Half your team doesn't have to get, devoted to being HM slaves. So you end up with very artificial other ways of keeping folks in. Huh. So, let's see, there's a ledge over there. Oh, hold up, there's this shaft that continues up. There's a weird texture. That's gonna be something. And this is the first tomb. We have a ceiling. Yeah, trade must be a problem in that case. There's monsters everywhere! No. That's the usual RPG problem, though. We're gonna rescale this slightly. Do that. Going up to that. Fill that in. This platform comes across to just shy of the halfway point. Yeah, just shy of the halfway point. There's a block here, which I'm gonna say looks like it's gonna have to drop. My scale is a little off again. I need to stop doing that. This comes down, as does this, and is solid stone. Yeah, in Gen 5, being a trainer is actually a viable career path. I'll give it that. And then, yeah, something just feels really off about the scale on this room. I'm brilliant. And there's a tablet up there. We are just gonna note. I am gonna designate it even if I can't get over to read it yet. So that is C. Having licensing to actually travel comes in handy in business. You don't say. Okay, so then we have this platform coming across. Oops. Having scaling issues today. This comes across. We have a little platform down here, which connects to the ladder. There's a wall still going up here. There's the ladder there. We have a ladder right about there. Slightly off, but I'll allow it. That's a little dais. There's a wall there. And a little dais. There's also a block here. But no. We're watching a map take shape. Which is, I know, the most riveting content that you've ever seen. But no. Okay. See... Honestly, it's because I'm being a little more lax here. I've split attention, and... Look, I can't defend myself. Just... I mapped the darkness just fine. Completely blunder through Graveyard of the Giants. Why did I... It's not Graveyard of Giants. Graveyard of the Giants. Can we... Now, part of the problem is that with the one in Chamber, if I didn't get it right, I wasn't gonna have... or at least I couldn't count on having much of a chance to go and correct it. And a lot of my route planning and stuff going through there at any point is going to depend on that map. So, that one I was very careful with. And I will acknowledge that I'm not being quite so careful with this one. This one is more about just reference for where things are than it is about, like, being my, like, end-all be-all guide to get through. Okay, Team Flare is a very special group of folks. So the first tomb extends. Okay. So we're still gonna have a tablet up there, which I can't access from this direction, it doesn't look like. There's a ladder going up there that I can't go up. This is one of those rooms that says, don't hit things. Okay. The other thing that sucks about mapping this area is, so for all of the issues that crop up in trying to map the chamber, it has one thing going in its favor, if nothing else. It doesn't throw slopes at you. Anytime slopes get thrown in, just everything gets much harder to eyeball. This is right up there with people are naturally bad at multiplication. Thank you, you know that talk. It's from your favoriteest of favorite professors. No, I'm also getting into the mapping groove now. Like, finally. The other thing to note is that I'm not going ham with respect to the bodies. Like, I'm at least noting enough that they're bodies. That is an interesting point regarding Team Galactic. Looks like a platform that I'm supposed to get a block onto. But that's going to be a fun endeavor, figuring out how to do that. I don't know. I'm noting the little odd-colored area to the right of where a ladder will eventually appear. Oh my god. Puns. Puns. Okay. Then we have... gonna cross. That's a block that's gonna drop down. There's a block here, under the eye. It's gonna drop. So we're going to denote that a little bit separately. And we have this area. It's cutout there. Because then we have, there's that platform, which is slightly misplaced. Because I am good at this, I swear. For someone who's making a name for themselves off of their maps, I'm having some issues with this one. There we go. Yeah, they basically were. Okay. Sorry I keep messing with my hair. Ugh. I am gonna take a quick break in a couple minutes, just so that I can go see what Sage is up to, figure out what's going on for food for us. Yeah, the little things, the domestic things. So we will wind up taking a very quick break for that, probably in the order of 3 to 5 minutes. I also might put some tea on. Just because I know that my voice is giving me guff, even though it really shouldn't be. I haven't taxed it too much, but... Oh my god. I hate those buggers. Oh my god. That works. And this is also first two. Damn, first two is big. But yeah, I think once we get this room down, I'm going to take a very quick breather. Put some tea on. Check on Staged. Yeah, make sure that he isn't trying to burn the house down or anything. Because you never know with him. I like how they use the spikes as, like, icicles. I will say, that's a nice touch on this. Yeah, my scaling is off. I'm trying worse than you. I'm trying. Failing, but I'm trying. Yeah, plasma's interesting in that regard. We're just gonna go and adjust that. So that I can adjust these. Those are... I know what I did. This goes down a little further. I'll have to double check the lineup on that. And then the hole in the floor is about there. That's weird texturally. There's a weird spot there. Mm-hmm. No, N is very interesting in terms of antagonistic figures. And yeah, No, that is a fair point. He uses Pokemon from the area. I need to pay more attention to my map and less to the commentary. And then here we have Dude. It's interesting that the mausoleum is basically just statues of the dead giants. And then, like, presumably in order to get here, you figure out the story of the, giants. And then suddenly you're swimming in dead giants. By the way, it's cold. Nah, y'all aren't dumb. Maybe a bit dirtily, but not dumb. Plus, don't they tell you that, calling your viewers, dumb is generally a bad idea? Apparently my kappa levels are, trying to compensate for the fact that Staged is not here. I think we need to get him back in here stat. There's a... under the knee of the giant. Oh, hi. What? Okay. I'll make a quick note that there's a silver shield. Boom. Yeah, that was... not gonna lie, I almost failed to spot that. Oops. Oh well. Well, we're falling. Okay. We're doing good here. Got some good stuff going on. We're slowly producing a map of this area. Sorry for bumping the mic. This is the white silver altar. That just sounds wrong in terms of a name for a place. The white silver altar. I don't know, it just feels bad. That's gonna be a one-way ladder that goes up on the left there. The top. We have another dead giant. So, how... the giants are dead, for the most part, at least. Yet we still have, I don't know. There's clearly one still lively enough to run a shop. But no, we're just cruising along, working on getting this situated. Okay. Do not underestimate undead shop. Do not underestimate undead shopkeeps. But is it the mural depicting the power of words? And can you say it 5 times fast? No. That one was fun. I enjoyed that. Probably one of my preferred just silly moments that's come out of this run so far is just sitting there while mapping and getting staged to do the whole say that 5 times fast. It should be silver white, or like silvery white. It feels wrong. But no, so like I damn it, now I'm gonna have to go up and go look up the words of like English or the rules of the English language, in particular with respect to order of colors. Because on the one hand, you can say, for example, red-orange, or orange-red. Though generally the conventions say red-orange. Blue-green, green-blue, same sort of deal. And in that regard, yeah, it'll just be because of the Japanese name. But still, it's interesting noting translation funsies like that. It's not even important necessarily, it's just, oh. And note to self-check under giant's knees. It's... what is it, a red-orange versus an orange-red? A red-orange would be at the red end of orange. And an orange-red would be at the orange end of red. So, white-silver would be at the white end of silver. But English convention, generally you'd refer to that as something like silvery white. Or no, white end of silver. Never mind. That's a blood orange, and they are tasty. I love blood oranges. I love oranges in general. Like, citrus is amazing. So when I was a college student, you know, other people will do things like have, you know, tons and tons of, like, snacks and whatnot available, and crunchy munchy things, and citrus is amazing. But no, I was one of those folks that would, you know, other people, you know, get they're more apt to get things like a tub of Ben and Jerry's or something for themselves if they're stressed out and stuff in school. I would go and get citrus, like oranges and stuff. Yeah, citrus is amazing. I absolutely adore citrus. Now I'm craving citrus. So after stream, I know what I'm going to be having. I have a few oranges still around from my last shopping trip, and also grab some OJ. And see, this is slowly coming to life. So, this is a bunch of the area that I know we explored going the one way. And, at the end of last session, when I was a Crispy Critter. But, so this is the, stuff going the one way. I know that we also dropped down some. I might see if I can work on getting to a couple more of the tablets. But that also might just wait until stream tomorrow. That's it. Cool. I know these maps go even slower when when I'm sitting here and not fully attentive to mapping, and also when I go off on harebrained ideas about and theories about how the twin labyrinths work. But do I have everything? Or am I jumping the gun? Do I have everything? Do I have everything? Maybe? I think? Sure, we'll go with that I have everything for that room. Ow! And the silver white altar. So this is nice because, tablet B is the illusion has no end. The key to eternity rests within. A demon with a weapon brings forth the illusion. A demon that endlessly consumes life. I'm reading at an angle, so that's not helping, but I'm also gonna have to clean up my handwriting later. Citrus tea sounds yummy. And again, tea with honey and lemon. There's a thing hiding in a block there. So this is also the white silver altar, which lets us put the room boundaries finally on. So did I just... No, there's the writing for the second tomb. Okay. Just making sure that I actually noted it. Oop. Bumped my thumb. Yeah, I was playing around with it. What I'm gonna do for next time is move my desk further out from the wall, because there's a wall right there that's keeping me from putting my boom arm lower. I mean, you're the guy. Like, worse than you, come on. You're the guy. If anyone should have an encyclopedic knowledge of this game, it is you. You and a few of the other folks who do some of the crazy stuff. By the way, one of the things that I know... So, I'm adoring this game, and I know that I'm still, like, barely scratching the surface on everything. But after this run, provided I don't have a... I don't expect to, but provided I don't have any moments of, like, epic rage quit and just never touch the game ever again... one of the things that I know Staged and I have been talking about is doing randomizer stuff. I think he's mentioned it, at least in passing, to you. Well, here's the thing. With the level at which I'm taking note of things, it's enough for me to see how much I don't know. Or at least, not even. That's still incorrect. I understand that there's a great deal that I don't yet understand. Are you gonna actually...
I'm just reading. Hi.
Thunderbutt. Dingus. But no, I was just mentioning that once I'm done this blind, and actually, you know what you're doing the week that I'm out of town?
What am I doing the week you're out of town?
You're streaming Randomizer.
I think you missed the memo in your... No reference to kitchen.
Cute.
I think you missed the memo in your Discord.
I mean, I can always make it so it's what memo? You having fun?
I just wanted to announce my presence, that's all.
You're impossible to ignore, sweetie. So, one of the things that we're looking at doing is randomizer runs, and so he's been refraining. One, his computer was having issues, and now that his computer is working.
I saw those air quotes, and so did my computer.
No, that wasn't working. Wow, that wasn't air quotes. That was crossing fingers. Trying not to jinx you here, sweetie.
Fair enough.
So now that his rig is working again, that means that he can stream again. Not that Staged ever streams.
Oh, what are you talking about?
So it's not this coming week, but the following week. During most of the, like, week, I'm going to be out of town. He's been refraining from even playing the randomizer too much when I'm around, partly to make sure that I don't get accidentally spoiled on things. And once I finish the blind, that won't be an issue anymore. And we can start doing randomizer runs. And I'm excited, because honestly, I'm getting the sense that this is going to be a game that, like, I'm probably going to wind up being sad to get through it, presuming I get through it, which, I mean, tenacity doesn't hurt.
Let's face it, she's never getting through it.
What?
So,
What?
you know, given tenacity, if nothing else, but I'm gonna... One of the things I know Stage says is that, on some level, like, he wishes that he could just go and, like, erase the memory of this game from his mind and play it truly blind again. And something tells me that I'm gonna wind up with a similar sentiment. And while that's impossible to fully recapture, I think that doing blind runs and stuff, because I've thought about the idea of working on doing things like speedrunning things and learning to do so, but I don't know that I'd be well suited to doing vanilla speedrunning on a game that doesn't have some significant RNG component in. And not, yes, I know this does. I mean specifically things like, you know, just looking at Rogue Legacy and stuff, because of, because then it's always new. There's always something fresh about it. And I want that aspect of the experience. Oh, welcome on in. I'm trying to read your name. Let's see, Motek. Is it okay if I call you Motek?
Mote Kopesniaku.
And thank you. Yeah, I've been working on my blind run for this, and I've been doing mapping and stuff, and awesome. So I've been doing mapping and stuff. The one worse than you was giving me guff earlier, because he was complaining that this isn't quite up to the standards of accuracy as my Chamber of Extinction map is thus far.
I'm putting tea on for you, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh. I have bad news, though. We are out of mugs.
There's a lot that I'm sitting here and have figured out courtesy of doing these maps. It's also giving me a much stronger sense for where tablets and stuff are, so that when I sit there and I go, what about that one tablet from that one place? You know, where was that? It's already paid off in some ways, partly because, so we've cracked the cipher. Let me pull up what I have for it. Give me one sec. We've broken the cipher. So the snips are off of almost all of those snips, except for the ones like M that couldn't be gotten off of that tablet, are off of a tablet from the Temple of Moonlight. The one that it goes on about, it goes on about things like the joyful heart, the eloquent heart, etc. And it also listed numbers, and I identified the characters as numbers, right? Which is where the number snips come from, is that tablet. So we worked on doing this. Well, then the realization came that turn off the glyph reader. This is the mirrored cipher, basically, of the original tablet. So if you walk right into the ruins without a glyph reader, right, and you read a tablet, the cipher that you're looking at is the mirror of this. But when you recognize that we broke this first, I sat there and did a whole cryptography lesson on stream. But it also meant that when I realized that if we turned the glyph reader off, there's a tablet in the Mausoleum of the Giants that I had notes on. So I just went and to confirm letters or numbers and stuff, which, so walking in, I was pretty certain about 0, 8, 1, and 9, and had made conjectures that weren't quite right about 2, 3, and 4, but I knew that 2, 3, and 4 were, you know, some combination of those three. So tablet M is the one that goes on about the first child had the body of a snake, the second child a large body, etc. It gives all 10 numerals. But I knew it existed. So, scooch on back over here. So yeah, like, if you want to check out the other notes that I have, there's a channel in my Discord that is la-mulana notes. There's a link directly in the panels, or, and also if you want to do any spoiler or theory talk and stuff, I also have a channel for that I'm not allowed to view. It's marked as NSFW, the spoilers and theories channel, but that's just so that you don't accidentally view it, basically, and so that Staged can confirm that I have not gone and peeked. So let's see. Back to the point. But no, it is a very clear way to keep track of where I have been, and that has proved immensely useful. And it also means that I know where things like tablets are. I can just flip through my notes, find them, and yeah, we're getting to the point in terms of the number of tablets noted where I'm gonna have to very clearly indicate which ones I've figured out and which ones I haven't, just to make it easier to reference. And heck, I might even, I don't know, if I need something to do to kill time while I'm out of town, I might sit there with my laptop and yeah, just bring my notes and, or just read them off my Discord and just go and type them up, so that I can control F. But I don't know. Are we good here? Are we good here? Are we good here? Other than, you know, trying to read the tablet. I need to note that that door has a dais on the one side. It is a one-way door. Here we have meeting of man.
Enjoy your tea.
You hand me a mug that is damp.
Yes.
When I have paper everywhere.
Yes.
You.
Yes.
He's been talking about doing a database.
I just can't wait till 2015 goes here. I'm hoping it's this year.
Mm-hmm. The biggest thing that I hope for it, I've been loving my blind of this game. I hope that la-mulana 2 lives up to Legacy and honestly improves it. Mm-hmm. I've been thinking about it for a while. I think I've mentioned it in passing a few times. It's just that I haven't gotten to sit down and do that. Like, in theory, I could throw it in a text doc, but what I'm actually thinking is, like, I don't know, like a Google Drive or a or something like a Word document or spreadsheet so that I can just really easily gray things out, basically, that I've already determined. So gray things are ones that I think I've figured out, and ones that are left in black are ones that, Hi?
I'm just reading because I can't get the history on my phone.
You know, you could always bring a chair over.
There is a chair in the vicinity, but I'm also considering possibly making breakfast for dinner because I'm really lazy.
No, we have to do the pork chops.
You're right, we have to do the pork chops, so I'm gonna make breakfast and dinner. What? What?
You're a dingus.
What?
You're a dingus.
What?
You're just a dunderbutt.
Amazing.
So, anywho, peanut gallery in the other room aside. By the way, for those who haven't stopped by my llama-llana streams before, usually he's my co. He did it, that is staged games. He did a blind run over the summer, and
Destroyed it. Sorry.
he did a blind run over the summer, and he's in theory a streamer. Well, okay, I'm going after the coin. No. Well, that's mildly distressing. So, I was about to teleport, but okay. Rip. That's what I get for not having fast enough reactions. Hey! Axe timing. Well, I guess this means I get to go the other way. Because, other than tablets being read... Cool. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No! Really? There we go. Finally figured out how to get that one. Oh, shut up out there. Ow! I did figure... For all that I'm not evidencing it, I did... Whoops. Okay, come on. Hey! For all that it doesn't look like it at the moment, I did actually figure out some of the physics of the ice areas. Oh my god. There we go. Here we go. Room that we haven't done yet. But no. So normally the main streams for the la-mulana blind run that I'm doing happen on Wednesdays, starting usually at about 6:30 p.m. EST. If you want to come and check that out. I also have, if you want to check out the blind from the start, I know that someone hit me up. I shouldn't have marked that one yet. I'm probably going to discover that that's all one room and be sad that I marked that. But no. I just put in a new command. I need to remember what the command is. Right. If you type in, it was brought to my attention that my first run was no longer available on Twitch. I've been archiving them to unlisted YouTube videos. There we go. That should have the link. That is a link to the archive playlist. It's still unlisted, but it does have all the installments thus far. If you don't count bonus sessions, then we are at 6 sessions, but it's 7 overall. I'll wind up uploading this one later in the week. Probably on Thursday. So. Damn it! See, this is why they don't let me just do things on the fly before they get tested. No, it doesn't. What exclamation mark? But yeah, so that is available. I'll be listing it publicly later. I'm honestly just trying to get my channel fully set up first. But folks have been asking about it, and so it exists. This is the path to the graveyard. Okay. No, and next time I'll try and get this camera more close to this. I was having some issues with that earlier, and I basically just need to move my desk out like 3 or 4 inches from the wall, probably, in order to get it ideally framed, so that you guys can also read this better. I also figure the YouTube folks will have fun with this later, because they'll get to see the, watch it at like, max speed and stuff. Just watch a map. How do you cook when you're already really hungry? So that you don't get sick. That's how you cook. See, I've been learning how to give helpful answers from him. But no. Yeah, we're probably going to do the run down this side, and then I'll probably need to wrap up, just because I know that I can't run too late tonight. I need to make sure that I'm well rested for... Magus has the right of it, because strict no dying policy, and starvation is in fact a way to die. I don't know if he heard me. Might be that he's ignoring me. Now, there's all these blocks and stuff of ice everywhere. Something tells me I dislodged that already, because I know I did some stuff around, and it doesn't look like that would be knocked down further. I might actually go back to a slightly earlier save later, and double check that I'm doing basically the original state of the area. Cyber! We have a very strict no dying policy.
Cyber?
You know better.
Don't make me get the hose.
Don't make me break out the necromancy. Magus, I still have to say, I know it was ages ago. I still chuckle over that shirt that you posted in my Discord, the necromancy one. I still chuckle over it. Like that was an A+ shirt, and I'm probably gonna have to see about picking it up at some point. Need to be more careful here. And put it where?
Right here, obviously. What?
You act like there's space anywhere.
Just put it in there and give it to me.
I swear
Yes?
that this desk was clean earlier today.
Yes.
Magus has proof.
And then I happened.
No, that I happened.
That's what I said.
Your girlfriend has a beautiful sense of humor, Cyber. I have to say. She's an absolute riot.
Just sorry.
But no. I've been smudging a little bit today because I haven't been careful. I know that generally engineering paper doesn't smudge too badly. It's more I've been just blatantly dumb But no. We've got a good bit of mapping going on. So I know I don't include a key anywhere in my maps, but then again, to those of y'all that are looking, you know, in most cases, y'all have some familiarity with la-mulana. So you know that, yeah, the blue rectangle is an item chest, the blue tablet is a save point, all that jazz. Please do so, Magus. Extend that a little bit. And of course one of the wizard assholes is here. That's a technical term, by the way. They are magically awful. Okay. I think that's that room. I also love how there's like random arms and stuff everywhere. Okay. Whee! Yeah, I'm sad that I put that there. That's not, that doesn't exist. Cyber, you're still not allowed to die. See, that does not happen to be a cord rule. That happens to be a Kitty's Corner of the Universe rule and a Kitty's Chat rule. Rule 1. We have a very strict no dying policy.
Rule number 2. We don't talk about the very strict no dying policy.
You're a dunderbutt. Is food ready yet? I'm hungry. I'm tired.
Just getting started. Hold your horses.
What if I don't got any?
Don't have an answer for that.
You not having an answer to something?
Right.
Who are you and what have you done with Staged?
I don't have an answer for that.
True, Katie's got plenty. Plenty of horses, that is. Katie is another one of the mods, this channel. She's pretty awesome. Actually, more than pretty awesome. Like, legit awesome.
Come on.
Oh man. No, we were making some good headway here. I know these maps come together slowly, and it's not exactly what everyone would call riveting content. But I like it. And I actually feel like I'm keeping track of a lot of things in the game, and I know that's, you know, just a figment of my imagination, an illusion conjured by the ruins. But when I do things like this, I don't feel quite so much like I'm just flailing around. Like, yeah, there's the moments where I'm like, I don't know which way I'm going. Well, I'll just start going through my notes and see what I haven't figured out yet. It worked really well for me the other day. Just started off, you know, with a chain of getting stuff done. That's an awesome thing to me. And that's a one-way door, but it's very badly noted. That's about right. Okay. Then this is still the path to the graveyard. Hey, 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 Alex. Welcome on in. Oh. No, we've got some chill mapping going on tonight. Yeah, I was talking with Staged about it the other day, and to me, like, yeah, there's moments of, like, directed flailing. My scale is off again, isn't it? Or, nope, I know how to fix this. Drew from the wrong line. But, no, like, I have not been able to get this into a game for ages. None, Alex. And am I still airborne? No. I can show you. This is what all we've got. Hey, 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 Razzie. Welcome on in. But no, I am adoring... Yes. So, I forgot about the RTFM. So here's the deal with RTFM, which is the name of the first lesson that we did. I did preview the game before starting to stream it, just to make sure that it was something that would be, like, something that I would want to... do. And so I got just far enough to get into the ruins. But I was trying to figure out how the bloody hell to save. And so I looked that up, and basically just the consensus on that, when I'm just like, how to save, is just read the flippin' manual. And yeah, that's... If someone were to ask me the one piece of advice to give them going into this, I would be torn between two pieces of advice. One is RTFM, and the other is take notes. Lots of notes. But no, we've gotten a bunch of stuff and been making hella progress. And I am adoring the ever-loving crap out of this game. I don't want to just make it by in this game. Like, this game is a challenge. And I really like that. And I don't want to just sit there and beat my head against the metaphorical wall until I finally, you know, get through it limping. I know that it's going to knock me on my rear some of the time, but I don't want to just... I don't want to just get through it. I want to actually feel like... I want to actually understand why things are working the way they are. I want to know. I want to not just sit there and blindly flail in the dark, but at least be directed in it.
Gonna be Lameza.
Kinda, yeah. I want to actually figure this out. And, yeah. I don't have the full cipher yet, but give me 1 sec, and I can, show... I've also noted that we confirmed the numbers today, because of noting that, if the glyphs that the glyph reader decodes, so you walk into the ruins, you check a tablet, it's got these glyphs. You have the glyph reader, decodes it. That is also a simple cipher substitution, and in particular is just the mirror image of these. So these are the ones off of one of the tablets in the Temple of Moonlight, mostly. In particular, the one that goes on about the joyful heart, the passionate heart, etc., and every heart has a weight. That's where most of this came from. I think we pulled M off of something else and K off of something else. but the numbers, I went a little too far in some of my conjectures, but, yeah, so we had 0 figured out. 8 we got after Mulbrook's note about the meanings of each number. 1 and 9 I was pretty certain of, and 2, 3, and 4 I had figured out that it was some combination of, you know, those 3 symbols were 2, 3, and 4. It was just a question of which was which, and I went a little too far in my logic and misidentified them. But... and then by turning the glyph reader off, we got the rest of them today, off of the tablet in the Mausoleum of the Giants that talks about the first child, the second child, etc. I mean, that's pretty much the easiest way to identify me. The chick with the notes. The chick with the maps. That's... because I know Stage noticed the other day that my link was dropped in the la-mulana Discord. And that the Chamber of Extinction map that I did. This is the Chamber of Extinction. I know that the game has some idea for light sources that I should have at some point. I had none. Just a little tiny circle of light. But we got this far through the Chamber of Extinction.
All I hear is bragging.
I mean, it's sharing progress, bragging. I mean, look. It's hard not to sound like I'm bragging if I'm sitting here and saying, look at all these pretty notes I did! It's either that or I sound like a little kid, you know, who comes from preschool with, look at what I did today, Mommy!
Let's put it on the fridge. Good job, kitty.
Mm-hmm. Like... no, for me, I'm enjoying this a lot. And I don't want to just get by. Like, it would be... damn, it would be basically a crime to sit there and not do my best to figure this out. That's... yeah, there we go. I was wondering why I had a scaling issue emerging, and then I realized it's because I forgot to put that in yet. But no, I'm loving this. And I'm loving just sinking my teeth into it. So, if you actually want to see some of the notes as they're happening, I don't know if you do Discord, Alex. But in my Discord, there is a la-mulana notes channel, which is where the most recent versions of my notes are. And I keep those as up to date. If you stop in again, one of the things I do plan on posting my notes more publicly. Basically, so this is the quality we're at now, right? This is how we started off. This is the Gate of Guidance. It's scaled poorly, it's just not as nicely put together. And I ended up with grease stains on it somehow. I would rather, before I post publicly, clean up those maps. Aww. But no, I will be posting them more publicly. Basically, once I get the chance to redo, in particular, the Gate of Guidance and Temple of the Sun. Once I do that... I got your meat in there. There's gonna be a weird way to get into that. So we are up to G? Mobile loves you. But no, so I'm gonna post these more publicly though, and keep, obviously still have copies in my Discord. Oh my God, Cyber. The Kappa is real. So make sure, what am I doing getting ready to move on? I missed a whole segment here. The album will be posted more publicly so that folks who don't necessarily do Discord can also check out what's going on. I've also got I've been archiving things to YouTube, and it's an unlisted playlist currently, but if you want to check that out from the very start, if you type in to chat !blind, the link will come up to the currently unlisted, soon to be publicly listed archival playlist, which includes things like the first run, or the first session, which is not available on Twitch at this point. Because I was slow and a dunderbutt and had all sorts of life things happen. But yeah, otherwise the main sessions are Wednesdays. And that's still the path to the graveyard. Okay. Yeah, I'm lamenting the moment of being a dunderbutt and the moment of being a dunderbutt and putting that line in. Okay, so we get this. Yeah, we've got some good stuff going on here. I know. So, a lot of this is done in pencil. The problem is, what I'm complaining about was my absent-minded moment of inking. That boundary's not supposed to be there. So between rooms that have the same, so screens that have the same name, multi-screen rooms, I don't do a hard black boundary. I do just pencil. I absent-mindedly did that, and I can't erase it. And of course, this entire 4-screen region thus far is Path to the Graveyard. I would do whiteout if I, 1, owned some, and 2, if the paper weren't yellow. I'm using engineering paper, because, so I still have some lying around, because my background is in applied mathematics and statistics, although I joke that I'm an escaped chemi. Yeah, yellow out at that point. I have a bachelor's in applied mathematics. I could just start over. But I have a background in applied mathematics and statistics. But from my time as an engineering student, some of the professors specify that you need to turn work in on engineering paper and stuff. So I had some. I had some lying around. And actually, by the time I changed majors, I actually preferentially used engineering paper for things like my homework. But I have my boxes of stuff, and when I started this, I realized, wait a second, I have engineering paper. This is perfect for this. So I've been doing my notes on engineering paper, which is part of one of the things that it's helped with is some of the scaling on this, because it gives me, so the rooms on the scaling version that I've been using after the first two maps, is rooms are 4 high and 6 across, which lets me eyeball, in terms of widths of room, really easily halves and thirds. In terms of height, quarters are really easy, half, whatever. It makes it a lot easier to do the mapping portion of it and filling everything out. We have another dead dude. The other night when we were doing stuff, so last Wednesday, it just occurred to me, this is the guy who has the thing with his eye. But I died, so I didn't keep that bit of progress. But that's easy. We're gonna go over and poke his eye. That's if I'm remembering this correctly. That's that. Oh, I see how we're supposed to get to that. There's the ladder there. That's going to be a one-way ladder leading up into the area with the tablet. And then there's the one-way gate to get out using a weight. Or being cheap and, teleporting out if you have the Grail. But details, right? Yeah, my scaling is once again a little bit off in here, which I seem to be saying a lot. Hey, dear.
Yes?
They can hear the water.
It's not water.
Or, no, oh, that's the bacon. Sorry. Yeah, that's... My apologies. There's not much that I can do about that. Why you gotta give me bad audio like that?
This is part of your streamer challenge.
Like, come on.
You get good stream or good dude. Choose one.
Clearly good stream.
You're only saying that because they can hear you.
Megas asks if you have ever fixed line 281.
I started to, and then we get null pointer exception after fixing that up. So at this point, it's hopeless. We're leaving it just to release.
Streamer challenge steal stage shenanigans? That's my life challenge at this point. For those who aren't as familiar with us in chat, yes, Staged and I are dating, and I do live with him. So yes, I have willingly inflicted this upon myself. I'm reminded of this fact often. And this is tablet H. So the other thing that I did is, especially some of the earlier areas where you have skeletons, I was also taking notes off of them. So the skeletons wind up being orange dots. Right, I need the tablet. Oh my god. Come on. Oh my god. Come on, you bugger. You did something somewhere. Come on. Oh my god. Trying to jump on a giant's knee. Yep, there's the note. So I died after the last time I did this. This is something that we discovered last session, right at the end. I can spell, I swear. Hey, Staged, don't do that.
Thank you.
True, there are many things in this world that are worse than someone cooking bacon for you. Come on. Really? Oh my god. Oh my... I forgot to do the neutral jump. So, one of the things that we discovered in the course of my trying to make a jump really inefficiently... Oh, bugger. Wrong. That was missed input. That was... Is that a neutral jump will, Mew is the nameless one. One who rises into the sky. This is tablet G. So we're given a keyword or name here that gets underlined. There we go. That's another tablet marked. And then, as I noted, the one-way wall. There we go. Got the momentum right. Yeah, that was turtly. Hey, we're finally not in the path to the graveyard. So we can put that boundary in. And can put in this and this. But yeah, hopefully for tomorrow even, because I'm gonna try and, so I have the 3 setups, right? Basically what I jokingly call the kitty prof for when we're doing stuff like writing on screen. And I've also got the mapping screen and the pure game screen. What I'm gonna try and do for tomorrow is get the desk pulled out a little bit further. I mean, you know, that'd be pretty cool. Like, that would honestly be just awesome. Of course, I'd also be sitting here and going, don't judge me by my gated guidance notes. But no, having devs notice something, just like, I don't know. If I were a dev, that'd be the kind of thing that would just be awesome to see, like, someone putting that much time and energy into to really do that. That'd be cool. Like, put it this way. How awesome is, in just concept, to have work that you do, like, from the dev perspective, how awesome is it to have work that you do, have someone, someone gets so engaged in it that they devote hours and hours and hours of time to mapping it, to exploring it, you know, to games where you have speed runs and stuff being done as well. Like, just all this stuff. People who put so much time into what you made. And yeah, I mean, some devs get twitchy over speedrunners because, you know, there's more to the game, you know? But honestly, it's just cool. At least to me. Like, to have someone so fully engaged in your work. Like, shit. It's just kind of awesome to think about. Is that a wall? It might be a wall. I'll find out. Oh yeah, that is a wall. But not necessarily a permanent one. Then we have this at about the 3rd mark. Yeah, we're gonna get a little more done tonight. Hey, 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 C5. Welcome on in. Yeah, so, C5, I'm playing a, game called la-mulana. I know it doesn't look like I'm actively playing at the moment, but I swear, I've been doing a blind run of it, and this game is, somewhat notorious for its puzzles and stuff, and basically, you know, there's 2 main pieces of advice that you get given going into the ruins. 1, bring a notebook. Take lots of notes, and the other is read the flippin' manual. But, you know, other than that, it's something happens somewhere. It's a Metroidvania style game, which means that it's characterized by things like puzzle, and it's particularly puzzle heavy, but Metroidvania games are characterized largely by things like movement abilities and stuff being what determines your ability to progress, as well as, you know, some amount of puzzle solving and stuff. So, you know, this is, let's see, if we count the bonus sessions, this is my 8th stream with this game, and I'm still barely touching the surface. Now, two of these streams, this one and Lesson 5.1, are mapping streams. I've been taking particularly detailed notes and drawing my own maps of the ruins to use as reference. But it's awesome. I love this game, and I have been loving my blind run of it. I know that oh, those hurt. There we go. Me. Yeah, I think we got everything there. Yeah. And then this is the other. That's one that connects to either the Inferno Cavern or its flip side, whatever that might be. Once again, I apologize for the audio fuzz. There's bacon cooking in the background. Just on the other side of the wall from... just on the other side of the wall. From where the camera is. And while noise gates help to some extent, if I'm actively talking, then there's not much we can do. Especially since I tend to be quiet. Which means that we have to set things up so that you can hear me even if I'm being quiet. No, I absolutely have been adoring this. And so today is designated one of the mapping streams. Tomorrow is when we'll actually be doing, or at least attempting, because it's never a given with la-mulana. We're going to be working on making progress. Part of the reason why I map on stream is because there was one area that we explored before that, because of its nature, I had a very high risk of discovering things while trying to map it. So that turned into a bonus stream, and then folks seem to be really enjoying it. So if I'm basically, the areas that I'm covering in bonus streams are some of the areas that like we've maybe only just gotten into. I haven't gotten to really explore yet. Pretty high odds of, you know, discovering new things. That's a chest in a block of ice. Did you really burn the bacon?
One back.
This is why we can't have nice things, folks. Because Staged burns the bacon. But nah. We're going to town on this. But yeah, these maps are coming to life. And this is not the first area that we've mapped. Let's see, we've mapped Gate of Guidance, Temple of the Sun, Spring in the Sky, Mausoleum of the Giants, Inferno Cavern, at least to the extent that we could reach. I still need to do Endless Corridor. We got Chamber of Extinction. So I think that makes this, like, my 7th map? That sounds about right. I still need to do the little bit of Endless Corridor that I have access to. And, Temple of Moonlight, which I've been terrible at getting around to. Oh! Something I just noticed while, looking at this on, he actually doesn't have much of a sense of smell. Fun fact. Stage doesn't have much of a sense of smell. I don't have a particularly strong sense of smell either. Though at least, yeah, there's some things where he's better at smelling them, other things where I'm better at smelling them, but no, neither of us is particularly, my scale is off. This needs to be scooted over a little bit. Because there's a block in it, it looks like, that's going to fall down that has a dais in it that, you know, we can't get to it when it's in the block of ice. But, should be able to get... There's a little ledge there. Yeah, we've got some good stuff going here. So, now we've been making some good progress here. I keep saying we've, but that's... I'm including y'all in that. This is a journey. This is an entrance to a different area. But so, no, and I know once, like, I know that I'm still not through it, and I still have so much to go. At least that's the impression that I'm getting. But I don't want to, like, there's so much in this. Oh, whoops. We're gonna dip. But no, it's the weird textures on the surface keep on getting me. It's hey. So nah, I know that once I'm done with this, one of the things that Staged and I both want to do, he did a blind run of this on stream over the summer.
It's pretty good.
And he heckles me for this. But I want to... He's been talking about doing some randomizer stuff, and I want in. So, doing randomizer races and things like that, I really want to do. Also occurs to me that we've not saved. So we're gonna... So because we died the first time, it only thinks it's been like 15 minutes.
Speedrun timing.
Pro streamer right here. Yeah! Okay, so now we've got basically... Oh, there was a tablet up there that I didn't note. I think, at least. If not, then I'm gonna be sad. That one would be... G-H-I. I. Shade that just so that I know it's in the block of ice. I've probably forgotten to mark a tablet somewhere. I feel something was missed somewhere.
Tablet sense is tingling?
Yeah, my tablet sense is tingling. Should probably get that checked out. Oh, hey, there's a platform. Oops. Oh. I got caught there. So yeah, we're going... Bugger. Unless there's another way up. That's a little distressing. Oh right, duh. There's a platform that I just noticed before. There we go. Anterior chamber. There's another little door up there too. And yeah, basically, we're getting close to the end of stream, folks, because I know I got food waiting for me, and I need to rest my voice some. And I need to make sure that I get a good night's sleep, because we're going to be back here tomorrow. Venturing into the ruins again. And this is the anterior chamber. Or later, Danku. But nah. We've got a couple more minutes. I'm letting y'all know. Yeah, I don't want to just sit there and cut stream out of nowhere or anything like that. Nah. I'm keeping y'all on the loop. Letting y'all know what I'm doing. You know, besides sitting here and spending a couple hours on stream mapping the ruins. So, we've got this all going. It's about halfway up. That said, I think we can judge my Graveyard of the Giants based on a very particular scale of before and after Worse Than You gave me crap. Worse Than You commented that my Chamber of Extinction stuff was... brain, making sure that he commented that my Chamber of Extinction stuff, he found it funny that my Chamber of Extinction map was better than this and more accurate. So those were a couple of the rooms that I was in first. After that, the quality increased, but so I guess we can thank Worse Than You for making me better. Making me do better. But hadn't gotten into the mapping feel yet. I hadn't settled in yet. It looks like there's a way to drop down here. So one of the things that we've noted before, that the guide actually... With this map, can I find my way home at least? To be fair, I don't have to be able to navigate as well if I have the Grail. I just like to be able to. Or at least like to think that I can. Because, as we've shown, I just have these moments of just pathing to the complete wrong place. Keep going back to my favorite places, you know? But... Spikes there. Now we've got some good stuff going on here. I know I keep saying that. Or at least things to that effect, but I do mean it. I've been having a blast just chilling, hanging out with y'all while working on these. Like, folks didn't necessarily believe me when I was talking about how much I was putting in for stream homework. It was really cool to start being able to showcase it. And especially for a game that I'm loving so much. Like, Stage has commented before that this is a game that you'll never feel bad buying for someone. Like, he just can't. And I understand completely. And I don't even know what percentage of the way through I am yet. But I understand. What am I doing over here? Did I... Oh. Kitty is a dunce. Kitty just straight up borked the right side of that room. Orstein's probably been sitting there waiting for me to fix that for a while. Okay. We've got that going. Here we go. And there's diets there. Yeah, I know this room, the right half of this room looks far worse than the left. We're gonna see if I can get any further. Not this way, at least. I'm trying to think off the top of my head of additional ways to proceed. There we go. So we got the chest up there. Oops. There we go. We're back here. Oh, hi. Money! Oh, yeah. Clutch moments. The dandelion puffs are... Oops. We gotta wait. Do I have any way to get up there? I don't think so at the moment. Yeah, that's too far. Means something's got to happen up above or additional movement ability. Yep. Oh! That's something I could slide through. Hey! We got to the save. It also means that I can find out what this is. Something new. We have discovered the Tower of the Goddess, which is dark. This feels really ominous. Nope, 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 nope. 3 spoopy, 5 me. Hey, but that's part of why we're doing this on stream. Ah, and that just puts me out there. Okay. So if we skitter on down, and then skitter back up. I hit you, I swear. Is this the way? Nope, bugger. Need to be the, ladder to the right. Okay.
Okay, so I've eaten. I'm back. The stream can actually begin now. We're about 10 minutes into the stream right now.
Oh my.
So, got plenty of time, a lot more content for you guys all. Right now you can see that Kitty is getting bodied by this little Wizrobe Deuterino. And the ice, of course, is not helping.
Oh my god.
If you look very carefully, you will see her continuing to slip and jump into everything that makes her take damage.
Thanks, dear.
So right there, okay. She makes the jump. We were afraid that she was gonna have a hard time sticking the landing. Takes the damage boost off the bat.
Oh my.
And using the shuriken now as a desperation move to take out the little green mucus blobs. Personally, I just pick my nose when I have that happen.
Oh,
and the lightning finishes it. What'd I miss?
I think we're gonna leave it on that note.
What?
something T-Rex.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anywho, I think that's about it for the night. I know I'm getting a little crispy, and
Sorry for the short stream, everybody. I know this was only 5 minutes long. Technical difficulties, as you can tell.
who are you thinking? Anyone there? Or do we want to check the directory?
I'm feeling RX bots personally, but I can also see the justification for the directory. Directory.
Brain.
There we go. We're just gonna help out a random tonight.
We are gonna check out who else is doing llama-llama. Also, if anyone who knows who all's doing what has any particular suggestions, I am more than open to them.
Anything. Somebody who is,
Llama-llama.
looks like they're a ways ahead of you, as far as I can tell. Both of those, actually.
Okay, we're not going to the directory.
Okay, we're not going that directory. Different directions, everybody.
Actually, tell you what, we're going to throw you in for a completely different change of pace, right?
A completely different change of pace, as opposed to the same change of pace.
So, we're going to throw you over to,
My butt. No, My butt is a fantastic streamer. is on every single night. If you don't follow my butt, you should definitely follow my butt.
So we're gonna throw you over to.
You need to host on that too. You
yeah,
can't
just.
name it. So yeah, we're gonna host my butt.
We're gonna throw the host over to a box of toast. A box of toast is not playing llama-llama. That said, you should totally tell them they should. But nah, he's rocking some. Magus has the right of it. So I wish that command worked IRL. So we're gonna throw you over to Box of Toast. He's a chill guy. Runs a really chill stream, and I haven't gotten to say hi to him in ages. So we're gonna throw that host to Box of Toast once again. Thank you so much for coming out. We're gonna be back here tomorrow night, and he'll be heckling me the entire time. Today was more of a mapping stream. That's gonna be more of a exploration, trying to actually push progress stream. So about probably 6:30 p.m. EST is when we'll get rolling. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming out tonight. It's been a pleasure. And yeah, Denko, hit me up. Anywho. See you later. Have a good night.
Lot. Wow.